guys, good morning, good noon. It's already a bit later. I left the house because I can't be inside all the time, even though I've decided not going outside anymore and walking at the river because the air is still super toxic. And they literally said it in the news, so it's not a conspiracy. But I decided to go up the hill here in Frankfurt and go walking in the forest a bit, ground myself, be in nature. I think it's also really good for my health, and it's something I've been missing a lot. And for you guys that have followed my trip back from Sri Lanka and then to Egypt, you guys know I actually don't want to be here anymore. I plan to leave Germany and leave Frankfurt for a while to give my second nationality the possibility to find itself and to grow, because I've lived the German life for so long, but my heart has been bleeding. And especially when I was out in Switzerland, this was like the last impression I needed to know. I belong in nature. I think this whole city life, urban life is super unhealthy. I think for everybody, but especially for people like me that have a second nationality that is rooted in Africa, where people are in nature outside way more often. We are more connected to nature and Mother Earth. And this concrete jungle of like skyscrapers and glass and metal and steel, it just has a super shitty effect on me. And I have felt that the last years, actually since Corona, it got really strong. So yeah, gonna take a little walk. I'm not eating in the morning, as you know, guys. The first 6 to 8 hours is fasting. Then I'm gonna have some nice food. I think I'm gonna start breaking my fasting with some fruits, some berries, which I've implemented in my daily routine. I had my natural medicine in the morning, my honey onion mixture, and my kurkuma recipe, and that's all I need for now. And now just taking a little walk. So and also meditating in the morning is really helping me in the moment. Like, I have to say, it gives me a different mindset to start the day, and it's really good for me. And I'm gonna stick to it. Definitely gonna stick to it. Okay, almost made it. I might not be the only one out here. This is the Goethe-Turm. For all you English-speaking people, quite famous person. I hope you should actually know Goethe. Famous poet. Should have taken some gloves, but it seems like the tower is closed anyway. I think in wintertime they close it. Years ago there was never a fence around it. But since they burned it down, things change.
The weather was still really cold in Germany. But since we had a wave of bad air, I decided to go out into the forest. Me, myself, and nature.
Out in the forest. But most trees don't have any leaves anymore. Like it's dead. It's a dead forest. You hear some birds, but that's it. But the air is definitely better than in the city center, so it was a good decision to come out here.
You could really feel that it still was winter, just by looking into nature. Everything still seemed asleep, and and was not ready to bloom. Especially in the last years, it has been super hard for me to stay in Germany during this weather.
Man, as a child I used to be outside so much, guys. And I never got sick. I think it's so important to let your kids play outside, no matter the weather, no matter the rain, no matter the cold, because your immune system just gets stronger. And my mom had to force me to come inside. There was no computer, no PlayStation. Outside with the boys, playing football or doing something creative, like usual. Well, if the air is much better here, I actually doubt it. Because this is exactly the route that the airplanes take when they land, because the airport is really near, or when they take off, so. And they're not really high here. Don't know. Maybe, I don't know, I can't. It's hard for me to guess. Maybe 500 meters? Nah, even less. Never half a kilometer, so. All the fuel comes down here. Not the best, but nice to be outside. And I need my movement, my daily movement.
What a morning, what a day, what a life in general. I was still kind of searching for a new daily routine for myself, since I could not work out, which was one of my favorite things to do in the morning, and still understanding that I had to take it slow because my body needed time to recover.
Going a bit off track, going a bit deeper into the forest.
But one thing you have definitely noticed is that I mostly spend my time by myself. The crazy thing is that I'm a person that actually loves to surround himself with people. But so much had changed in the last couple of years, and I would rather spend the quality time by myself than just surrounding myself with people that I don't benefit from or that don't inspire me in any way.
I have no idea where this way is leading, but I'm just going.
Even though life has been really hard for me personally, I noticed how much I grew in these few years. I'm definitely not the person I used to be, not even close. But I guess that's exactly how life is supposed to be. You can't stand still. You gotta keep moving, constantly. Sometimes it just might not be your own choice, and it's life that pushes you in a certain direction.
Super nice walk, guys. Might go here more often. It's like 10 minutes with a car, 15 minutes with a car from my place. But so much nicer than being in the city and even at the river. I mean, our river is very nice in summer times. But, wow.
Zur Halbzeit stand es 0:0, da hat sich was verändert und Burkhard Tillner hat alle wichtigen Einzelheiten jetzt.
Das Stadion feiert schon, aber das ist noch ein wenig verfrüht, denn es sind 5 Minuten Nachspielzeit angezeigt.
Who cares? Rot und Spiele fürs Volk. Man, football is really something. I love the game. I used to love to play. I also love to watch good football. But it's all about money and entertainment, and it's crazy. We had the World Cup here in Germany and also in Frankfurt some games last year. And to see so many people being passionate about their teams and their clubs and their country playing football, if people would put the same passion into their life, into the world we live in, it would be a whole different place. And I don't understand, man. There's so many people frustrated with their life, with their job, with their families, with their partners. But when it comes to changing something, nah, as long as there's football on the weekend and some good German beer, they stay in their miserable life. And I don't want to judge, that's people can do whatever they want, but it affects me. Because the things we should actually face, the things we should fight for and change, nobody does it. And for me, as a person that is quite aware, I can't live between these people anymore. I want to take my life into my own hands. I take responsibility for my life, but also for the world I live in. And I always try to do as much as I can in my small little community. But it feels like 90% of people around me not caring about anything, it pulls me down. And you always feel the energy of other people. Always.
Der linken Seite mit Polter, der geht zur Eckfahne, versucht jetzt die Sekunden von der Uhr zu nehmen.
Schieß doch, Mensch!
Und die Darmstädter nochmal im Ballbesitz, nochmal mit Bueno, der den gesperrten Nürnberger ausgezeichnet als linker Verteidiger.
Den hätte ich doch gemacht, du.
Hoher Ball Richtung Braunschweiger 16er.
Dafür kriegen die Geld hier, du.
Aber Darmstadt im Ballbesitz. Kopfball und nochmal die Chance heranzukommen, aber dann war es Dreschkovic, der den Ball...
For what do they get paid, these people? Running after the ball. 22 grown-ups running after one ball. This is ridiculous, is this? So, why is the red light not turning green? Hello? This is Germany, we got rules here. Menschenskinders, na.